What's going on, boys? NealGuides here. Welcome back to another video. Now in today's video we do have a 5 million coin squad builder. This will be for the 4-2-3-1 3-5-2, the new 5-3-2. I'm going to show you how you get 100 chemistry and how you get some of the best players in with a 5 million coin squad. We're going to start off with the typical 4-3-3 third variation, and there's certain players I'm going to put in which I think have to go in. One of the most important players is definitely Neymar. He has to go in. Now the question always gets asked, is Neymar better than most cards? In my opinion, he's the best card in the game. You can't compare Mbappe to Neymar because Neymar is just in a separate lane. Neymar's in a different league from Mbappe. Mbappe's left foot is terrible. Neymar's got a 5-star weak foot. He's got to look at those stats, and don't forget Neymar doesn't even play strike for me. Sometimes he plays as a second striker for me, and he played in cam for me a lot when I was playing the 4-2-3-1. So he's a top tier card. I would highly recommend you, if you have 1 million coins and you need to buy one player, I'd recommend you buying Neymar and building trash around him. He's honestly that good. For me, the best gold card in the game, no questions asked. Alongside that, the second best gold card in the game, and that is Cristiano Ronaldo. Now, Ronaldo, I have mixed feelings in the beginning, just because Ronaldo's left foot wasn't as good as Neymar's. You know, Neymar's got a 5-star weak foot. Neymar's 5-star, 5-star. Ronaldo is, of course, on the same wavelength, but he hasn't got that 5-star weak foot. So I was very skeptical, but I think he's a very good card. His left foot is still a little bit meh, but compared to Mbappe, because he's got really good shot power and good finishing naturally in terms of his base card, he's a top tier card. His dribbling does put me off a little bit. You can put an engine on him to fix the balance, but I put a Hunter on him. So if I play Neymar and Ronaldo in strike, I put both Hunter on them. If you want to fix his engine, if you want to use him as a singular striker, I'd recommend, for example, a finisher or an engine. Otherwise, if you're going to play him in the 2, like I am, I would recommend a finisher. Linking someone together, I want a good centre mid, and I think Renato Sanchez is probably the best centre mid that I've used in a game. I've not really replaced him because no one comes near. Until I get maybe even the likes of Base Blanc, I can't really see anyone replacing him. A top tier card can do every single thing you want in a team. Good agility and balance. I've used him for over 300 games now. Top tier cards. Actually, defensively, he's much better than you think. You put a shadow on him, it becomes a top tier defense card. I think it's because of that aggression. The aggression really comes into play when you're defending, and at 77 stand tackling with the shadow, with that boost, makes him a top tier card as well. Now, moving over to another player that I say that has to go in as well is Kadra. Now, Kadra is a card that we're actually going to be playing. We'll be playing him in 2 positions, either CDM or centre back. Now, this Kadra card, I'll be honest, we're not talking about the new Kadra, we're talking about the old Kadra. That is the actual special Kadra card, which is I suppose you can say is the Halloween card, the rule breaker. Look at this guy's stand tackling, 88 stand tackling, 93 sprint speed, top tier agility and balance. Now, of course, he looks perfect as a right back, but he makes probably the best centre back in the game, or the best centre mid or CDM. I'll get on to that in a second, but we'll finish the rest of the team. In my opinion, those are the must players. The rest of the players in the team you can change around, but these players are the must for this 5 million coin squad builder. In terms of the striker, we've gone with Base Butragueño, another player, of course, with a 5-star weak foot, a top tier card that can play anywhere along the wing or anywhere along the back line. The reason why I really like Butragueño, the only downside I can say about him is he's got a 3-star skill moves. If you're not much of a skiller, he's not that bad, honestly. You can still do some skill moves, like, you know, you can use a stop and go. It'll just be a weaker version of it. You can't do La Coqueta, though. That's the only downside. But top tier agility and balance, can dribble very well, can play on the wing, and I think with Hunter, he's another top tier card as well. I'm going for the right wing. We've gone with the new card, the new edition, and that is the Kulu. I think that's just how you say his name is, Kulusevski. My Swedish fellow friends can obviously correct me if I am wrong. Apologies for the mispronunciation. Pronunciation. I say sorry. A top tier card, but the key thing is you don't play him as a centre mid. I mean, you don't play him as a winger, you play him as a centre mid or a wing back. 99 stamina, perfect for a 5-3-2. Really good sprint speed and acceleration. Top tier agility and balance, but of course, look at that stand tackling. Top tier stand tackling as well, which makes a very good card. I'm looking to bring this team together. We've gone with Mbappe. Again, I'm not a fan of Mbappe. You can, of course, use another icon like Nedved if you want to in his position. But Mbappe is a good card. I packed him when the game came out. For me, he's a glorified winger, and that is all he is. And don't forget, I'll show you how to get 100 chemistry all in a second as well. For me, Mbappe is just simply a glorified winger. That is all I think of him. I don't really consider him actually to be a good card, especially because his weak foot is not that good. So not centrally, but as a winger, he's a top tier card. For the left wing, or left back, we've gone with Cole. We've gone with the middle Cole because I think that's the best one. Underrated left back, good sprint speed, good defending as well. And of course, he is 5'9", high medium, and he's got a decent agility, which is very, very important. For the back line, we haven't gone for the unorthodox NealGuides approach. We've gone with a typical Varane. Still one of the most meta centre backs in the game. I prefer full-back centre back, but of course, you want to use Varane, put him in. We've gone with the best goalkeeper, in my opinion, top 3 goalkeeper, which is Courtois. Courtois or Black, but just in the elements of chemistry, we've gone with Courtois. I think he fits perfectly in his team. And then for the right centre back, we're going to be playing Mendy. Now, Mendy's not going to be playing right back in game. Don't panic. Don't be misillusioned. We're going to be moving Mendy to a fullback position when we move Cuadrado in game. So, of course, Mendy, one of the best fullbacks in the game. Of course, got a 5-star weak foot. Shadow for him, shadow for him, shadow for him. Glove for him. And for Mbappe, I would say probably an engine or a maestro, in my opinion. Or you can probably go along with a finisher. So how does it all look when you're in terms of maxing of the chemistry? Well, this is how it looks. Of course, you get 100 chemistry. It is around about 5.5 million. If we remove the players on the bench, it does take it down a little bit. The only issue with this team, I would say, in terms of coin wise, if you want to really break some players down, if I move everyone on the bench, if I refresh this, and we move, for example, Buchugrenio and we move Mbappe, you can get maybe the likes of Ben Yedder here, and maybe get someone like Stoichkov and take this down to under 5 million. But I've averaged it to 5 million between both. So how does it look in game? Well, if you're playing my 4-2-3-1, this is where I think it really excels. So the way I would do this is 2 ways. This is the first option you do have, playing Cuadrado there, and of course Cole. Of course, don't forget Cole is. Don't forget, based on his foot, he's left-footed. Mendy, of course, got a 5-star weak foot, so he'll play on the right-hand side. That's the way you can line this up the first way. Kulusevski playing in CDM. I think he can play that CDM role very, very well because, of course, he's got the very good... Look, you put a shadow on him. Look at that card as a CDM. He's actually very, very well and very, very good along someone like Cuadrado. The second option you can do is you can do what I would suggest is you can do this. Do the quick switcheroo, and then you could play Cole in centre back, and you could play Cuadrado and Sanchez. Now, I actually play Cuadrado and Sanchez in my main team. Cuadrado is probably the best. I'm not joking. I think Cuadrado is the best CDM that I've used so far in this game under 1 million coins. He's honestly an absolute god. On the same thing in a 4-4-2, the exact same layout. You can, of course, swap these around however you want to. If you're playing a 3-5-2, in particular, my 3-5-2, the way I would do this is I would put Neymar in cam, should I say, Buchugrenio and Ronaldo in striker. Then what I would do here is I'll put Mbappe on the wing. Kulusevski, of course, got a really good stand tackling, and that's the way I'll line it up. And then I'll put Varane, the slowest centre back, in the middle over there. That's how I would line it up if I was playing my 3-5-2. Of course, Mbappe and Kulusevski play perfect as fullbacks and wing backs. Of course, Kulusevski, of course, with that good stand tackling. Cuadrado and Sanchez, exactly. This is the exact same layout I use. I have Neymar in cam or in striker, Ronaldo in striker, and Ronaldo and Cuadrado. So I use these cards, so I know for sure, and I can guarantee you, these are top tier cards, carry me every single week without a fail. If we're going over to the 5-3-2, my system, or the 5-2-1-2, which that video will be out on Friday, you can stay tuned for that. And don't forget, I do stream on twitch.tv/NealGuides, you can follow me there as well. I would probably put Buchugrenio in that position, just for the simple fact is Neymar does lack stamina, so put him on stay forward. Then you want to put the most defensive player in this position, so what I'll do is I'll put Cuadrado over there, Ronaldo on this side, and I'll line it up like this. Now, if you do have reservations and you're thinking it's a waste, if you really do think that, you can, of course, put Mbappe over there, and you can swap these guys around, and you can do something like this. But in all honesty, I think Mbappe can play the left wing back role perfectly. He's a glorified winger, that's all I see him as. A lot of the top tier players will tell you Mbappe is good, but Mbappe is good as a winger, not as a central player, not as a striker. His weak foot is dreadful. Any half decent gold 1 player or elite player will push his guy on his left foot, and then it's done. You've got no hope for him. So we put Neymar, Ronaldo striker, Cuadrado the holding CDM, Ronaldo Sanchez the right centre mid. This is how I actually lay out my one, and Kulusevski and Mbappe playing the left wing back and the right wing back position. That's the way I'll line up in my 5-3-2. If you're going to be playing a 4-3-3 now, this is the kind of thing which I think The players are too good to play a 4-3-3, but if you are going to play a 4-3-3, I would do something like this. I think Neymar is too good to be played on the wing, personally speaking, so I'll probably put Neymar as attacking left centre mid. And then what I would do here is I'll put Butragueño as a right mid, a right winger. Now I'll swap the way I'll do this in terms of the stadiums, I'll swap these guys around. You could do something like that. That is one option as well that you can do in the team. And that's the way I'll line it up if you are playing the 4-3-3. And don't forget as well, you can always change these players around. As I mentioned, just keep Ronaldo, keep Neymar, Kadra, Renato Sanchez. Those players are given. The rest of the players, of course, you can switch them around, do a quick switcheroo, move them around. But don't forget, this team does get 100 chemistry in-game, as I mentioned. It's around 5.5. It should be going back down again. It rose up swiftly after, of course, the Team of the Year. But I'll go back down. And don't forget, you can, of course, economize. You remove Butragueño, you get someone like Stoichkov, and you get someone like Nedved as opposed to Mbappe. Well, thanks for watching, guys. Take it easy, and I'll catch you next time. Peace out. And don't forget, do stream on twitch.tv/NealGuides. Link is down below in the description as well. Thanks for watching, boys, and don't forget the 5212. If you are watching at this point, the 5212 video will be out on my main channel, I would say, on Friday. Thanks for watching, boys. Peace out.